The Berbice Cricket Board launched its Shimron and Nirvanie Berbice Cricket Trust Fund yesterday. More in this report. The Berbice Cricket Board launched the Shimron and Nirvanie Berbice Cricket Trust Fund yesterday at an impressive ceremony held in the Japanese Hall of the St. Francis Community Developers Headquarters. Among those present for the occasion were Patron of the Board and Minister of Natural Resources, Mr. Vikram Bharat, the Regional Executive Officer of Region 6, Mr. Narendra Prasad, the Youth and Sports Officer of Region 6, Mr. Sir Kisoon, the Mayor of New Amsterdam of Rosal Town, officials of the Berbice Cricket Board, cricketers who received vouchers for educational materials from the fund, representatives of 64 clubs who received balls, and other special invitees. Later, the occasion was graced with the presence of West Indies and Guyanese cricketer Mr. Shimron and his wife Nirvanie, who are the sponsors of the fund. President of the Berbice Board, Mr. Hilbert Foster, in his remarks, welcomed those present and highlighted the work of the Berbice Board since 2018 when he took over as president. He emphasized the many contributions made by Mr. Hetimaya and his wife over that time. Congratulatory remarks were also made by the Mayor of Rosal Town, the Regional Executive Officer, and the Sports Officer.
Mr. Hetimaya, I must laud you as a young star in the cricketing world at the tender age of 24 and who is already showing signs of giving back to your county, which shows very clearly you have a passion for the development of cricket and education. Young people will remember you for your generosity because the time we live in is not to be taken for granted. Example, loss of jobs and little or no opportunities available because of the impact of COVID-19. The launching of this trust fund could not come at a better time for young people of Berbice. Mr. Hilbert Foster and team worked very tirelessly to make our Rosal Town Youth and Sport Club and the Berbice Cricket Board where it is today. Therefore, Mr. and Mrs. Hetimaya, you could not have found a better partner to partner with.
And let me first express my appreciation to Mr. Foster. I've been following cricket for a while. I myself played some cricket. Unfortunately, the system those days didn't allow some of us, if we didn't have money, to move to the next level. I've been following what he's been doing for cricket, and I don't think he's been doing for cricket alone. Today is a good example that Mr. Foster is not only spending effort and time behind cricket, but all these other educational programs, all the other sponsorship from every other person, and development of young people, and which is why from the first day he came in my office, I give him my support as the Regional Executive Officer, not only because he's interested in sport, but he's interested in the development of young people. And I want to make this commitment today that I will continue, not only as Regional Executive Officer, but a member of this society, to ensure the development of young people continues. I want to say thank you also to my brother and patron to continue. You are both teachers, so over the years we have spent endless time helping young people, and so it's only fitting that my brother here is patron and continue to do what he loves as growing up on a barbershop himself.
I bid you greetings on behalf of the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, and to commend the excellent initiative of Shimron Hetimaya and his wife in making this activity possible. Mr. Hetimaya and his wife have taken the lead to promote cricket in Berbice. They have taken the lead, the initiative to give balls to the club. So let us join together and give them a big round of applause, even though they are not here.
The feature address was delivered by the patron, Mr. Bharat, who emphasized the seriousness of following the COVID-19 guidelines and the importance of education and discipline. The following cricketers received vouchers: Avishkar Prasad, Avishkar Mahabir, Lando Henry, Kelson Kisten, Kevin Dennis, Adrian David, Johansi Williams, and Jamie Campbell, the only female. Gaurav Ramsud, who was adjudged the MVP at last month's Guyana Cricket Board under 19 Intercounty Tournament, received a check for $20,000. Representatives of 64 clubs received a box of balls each, totaling over $800,000. Words of appreciation were expressed by some of the recipients.
Cricket Board, the initiative and the great works that the President is doing, I really appreciate what is done here this afternoon. It is a continuous program. As you can see, I am part of it. I'm the only lone coach that has not abandoned the ship of Berbice, because Berbice is the best, and I decided to stick with it. So, on behalf of my club, I would like to thank Mr. Foster to continue the wonderful work that he's doing for Berbice Cricket and the youth. Thank you.
I'd like to thank the Minister for his strong support in pushing cricket for Berbice forward and the good work of the Berbice Cricket Board. I hear Mr. Gilbert Foster and the executive. And I do hope that what's being done today with the Nirvanie Trust Fund and the board distribution, the clubs will appreciate what is being done in Berbice for cricket, for the youngsters, not the 20-something and the guys that already passed. Be looking forward for the future, and let's invest in young cricketers. This I ask of you. Push the youngsters and make Berbice proud again, once again, and let's work together and get Berbice cricket at its best. Thank you.
Mr. Shimron Hetimayo, on his arrival at the function, made these remarks.
On behalf of myself and my wife, just really, it's more so of me saying thank you to everyone here, because I know basically from where I came from. When I started playing cricket for Berbice, that's basically where I started, and I was a little bit indisciplined, but I think it would have grown out by now. But as I said, knowing where I came from and so on, and always wanted the help to get people on board, just to help me to push my career forward and so on, and to have this opportunity now to help others, it's really something I relish. And for me, I'd still just like to say thank you to everyone for just being here, and hopefully we can do some more of this in the next couple of years.